That would be kind of funny.
Nah, but I find like that's the worst thing about watching like this kind of stream and stuff. Whenever someone streams it directly from their PlayStation or whatever, is there's just nothing going on in the background, so it's just kind of the person's voice, and it ends up getting kind of boring. Especially with a game like F1.
Oh, I can't. Okay, I was gonna ping Houseman in Helper's chat, and then remembered.
Okay.
He's not a helper anymore, is he?
Yeah. Bread Champ, is your machine starting? That's a good question. A very good question. I've got pinged in F3. Well, I bet it's... Yeah, it's literally Coutinho again. Go away, Coutinho. Is the bot not working? Because I'm not getting a notification here.
I don't know.
Haven't had anyone join either. Oh, there's 2 people in here. Okay, so it's definitely live then. It's very odd. Bot must be broken. Of course, we have a different host today, so everyone's not added the host.
Yep.
Cool Bean says he's going to be late, so he'll miss quali. Maybe he can get a lap in. I'm not sure. It depends when he turns up in quali. And Spurs got replaced by TG. So we should get 19 drivers in the lobby, you would think.
You would hope.
Yeah. And then Cool Beans will join later. But well, we currently have 17. Alex is joining, so that would be make 18. But there is no number 19. Oh, I'm Paul Jones. Okay, cool.
Tell you what, though, I never ever thought about having TV pod offset and then just changing the settings to make it look like TV pod.
Well, because you think about it and it doesn't make any sense, does it?
Mm.
But there obviously is some kind of logic to it. But
Well, the
I
reason I
mean,
did it is because I was watching Josh Ido PSGL PC, and I noticed him. I've noticed quite a few people recently. When they look back, it's a TV pod offset, like looking back thing, and I've been like, how on earth do they do that?
yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, so everyone must just be starting to run this now. So I was like, I'll try it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the oddest thing to look at, but it's obviously good. But you know, I can't remember who it was that I was watching, and they were talking about like they actually used the TV pod offset, but they don't center it. They just use it offset, and it
Well, low key, Vilzu do, don't they?
do they?
Macro does.
Yeah, I knew about Maxro, but I've never understood that. Because what if someone comes up your right hand side and you can't see them because there's a car in the way?
Yeah, I know. But I really like it when you look behind you, because as I said, like the
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Um, Paul Jones can't join. That's odd because we're literally just waiting on him. We are literally just waiting on him. I'll send him an invite. See if that changed anything. See if it's just whoever's sending the invites. It doesn't matter if you're friends on PSN or not. You can still send an invite. Ah. Why do friends lists actually take forever to load? Yeah, it's just annoying, isn't it? There you go. I've sent him an invite now, so if he still can't join, it's his fault. That's the logic I'm going with here. I always thought that it was odd how there was only one race on a Sunday.
Yeah.
JG says he uses offset TV cam.
Yeah, I use it, I just put it in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, Loki says he started using offset when they first introduced it, and he just kind of got used to it like that.
Oh, fair enough.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, but I could personally never drive with it like that.
Yeah, I don't think I could drive lopsided either. But I get like a lot of people, like was it F1 2016 when they started doing it?
No idea.
I think it was 2016 that they introduced the offset cam. I remember a lot of people used to use the offset cam, and I guess it's just whatever you got used to then, right? But yeah, I've always just used the centered one. Just you get an even view of everything on both sides and everything, so I feel like it's more comfortable and spatially aware. Yeah, Loki says he sees us driving with it centered and it's weird for him. Yeah, I can imagine. JG says he just goes faster with it. There he is, it's Paul Jones Jr. When he selects a car, we can ready up.
You know how I mean, the penalty's been removed now, so I think we can make a joke about this without causing any beef. But you know how you were saying if someone goes down the right-hand side of you?
Oh, yeah.
Singapore!
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I'm joking.
That's a yikes, isn't it?
I was like, I had that joke in my mind for the last 5 minutes. I was like, probably shouldn't.
Oh, now the bot works. Okay. Yeah. Just straight no vibes. I don't think that's kind of the. I don't really think that's the point, but okay.
Loki put lol, that's my excuse.
I've seen.
Should have put that in the reply to the report, just gone, well, TV offset.
Yeah.
Blame the game.
Yeah, well, you see, it's the camera angle's fault because I can't see where he was, and because it's offset, the arrows aren't fully accurate and kind of weird to look at. So.
Oh man.
JJ Dog, I'm just bad, that's mine. I don't think anyone asked, but okay. This may be fun. Well, it might, but it could not be. It could also be dry.
Sunny and boring. Why does
Well, to be
everyone,
fair,
I swear, everyone runs the number 69.
it's because they have a mental age of 7.
Paul Jones Jr. does, Michelizzi does, I've noticed.
Wait, does
Jano
he?
Otmi does, I think. I'm pretty certain Jano Otmi runs number 69.
If he does, that's so funny. And I think it's going to be a Red Bull, the first car to come out. Which one it is, I'm not sure. Probably Alex would be my guess.
Rain in race! JG says.
Oh. Okay, the
yeah,
race.
JJ's told me that as well.
Race isn't going to be interesting then, guys. Don't worry.
No, it will be. It rains at the start, 20 minutes in it's raining, but it said 45 minutes in, and it's dry again.
Oh, so we're going to have no overtaking for most of the race, and maybe some in the last few laps. Alpha,
But that'll be interesting. Whenever rainy races are boring, in my opinion. But when it comes to the like when there's a crossover period, like when it's changeable weather, that's when I really like it.
Yeah, that's true. Crossover periods are nice. Mate,
Alex,
this man,
on the medium.
It's literally the outlap, and this man going mini-map telemetry. Go away! I'm sorry, I've literally...
I've been driving with my new camera settings for so long now, looking at the normal onboard camera looks weird.
Well, no, but the thing with the normal onboard camera is this, doesn't it go to whatever their settings are, if they have any specific settings for it?
No, it goes to the default ones.
Oh, that's a shame. So I swear I've seen it in the past where we've been spectating two people. We switched between two angles, they both had different camera views.
That's normally because it's a difference in the car.
Yeah.
Some of the cars I think it's different.
Yeah, like the Alpha Romeo, it was Alpha.
Oh, Alpha.
Yeah, because with the Alfa Romeo it seems quite far back, whereas with like the Mercedes it seems like really low and forwards a bit.
26.5.
That was very close to an invalidation there from
Alex
Alpha.
is invalidated.
Oh, that's a shame.
He was half a second off in the first sector.
That's quite a bit for the first sector.
Yeah, I know, but he's on mediums.
Peaceful reminder to hit the like button, otherwise you're bad people. I don't think that's how it works, but...
Mr. Pep was 2/10 off in the first sector.
Okay, we'll just come into the end of Alpha's lap here. He's just coming to the penultimate corner. It's been a tidy lap overall. Cool Beans is in the session, so he's not going to miss out on too much then. But definitely not really been attacking the circuit too much. So see as he crosses the line, it's going to be a 14.5.
Alpha's still the fastest in the first sector I've seen so far.
Okay. Pep was slightly down on Alpha in the middle sector, and he's just messed up the third to last corner a bit, so I'm not expecting an improvement there. 15.2 from Kami.
He's gone past in the first one.
I don't know, Routinho. I don't know what's going on with the standings. I'm not the standings editor. I'll check, but I've kind of got more important things to be doing right now. Matt's coming towards the end of his lap in the Red Bull there.
Oh my god, I didn't even realise Avenger and Alpha teammates on the same lap. Same lap time.
Oh my god, both did the identical... Oh, Paul Jones.
Oh, I just ruined it really. I say that, I'd say even that's only 400 faster. This is insanely close.
Yes. What is... Actually, what is going on? How have they both done identical laps? Oh, Fryer with a 13.9. That is quite a bit faster.
And then Edzak comes in new second.
Alex coming towards the end of his lap now.
But Fry's still 4/10 faster.
Yeah. That's incredible. 13.9, that's...
Without invalidated.
Yeah. Yuppie right behind Verfelt though, actually. I think they have Rick between them. No, Rick's on actually the final straight now, so he's going to cross the line and finish his lap now. It's going to be a 14.9. We're putting P8 at the moment. Whereas Yuppie, the next valid lap to cross the line, he had a purple middle sector, but we all know what that means in this game.
Okay, this lap, from what I've seen on this lap, it looks very good.
From who?
I've only seen the final sector. Oh no, that was a messy final corner, but the rest of it was good.
It's going to be a 14.4. So literally another 14.4. We have two 14.4s and then like 5 14.5s and one 14.6. This is so close. We have Jonathan coming, well, he's just coming through the middle sector now, so he's going to be the next one to cross the line. It's looking tidy. It's not too bad. Using the track well. Answer to your question, Routinho, no, because Yuppie's still listed as having 5 penalty points, so nothing's been edited or anything. And Jonathan just coming to the final corner. He had a bit of a rough final sector there. It's going to be a 15.9, the slowest of the soft runners' times at the moment. TG coming through the final couple of corners. Now let's see where he's able to put his car. Had a interesting couple of races so far, hasn't he, TG?
Jonathan's in the wall at the moment on his anyway.
A bit of lag there from TG, but he does go P10.
He's still in the middle of the track. That's going to be distracting for any drivers going out of turn one.
Yeah, he's reversed back onto the grass. He's going to let TG and the Ferrari and probably the Racing Point through too. Salfera and there's Yolmir.
I think Cool Beans might be about to set a lap on worn tyres here, because it says he's on a lap now, not an out lap, meaning he's already done a lap on these tyres. He must have been validated though.
It says 0 laps for me.
Yeah, but it didn't say he was on an out lap that entire lap, it said he was on a lap.
It might just be because of the time. The time in the top right wasn't going for me, but it wasn't invalid either according to the minimap.
Oh,
that
was messy, yeah.
And coming up to turn 4 now. Not too bad. Nice and smooth. Oh, TG leaves the session, so disconnect there from TG. I did say he was lagging a bit.
Oliver's saying he doesn't know whether to leave line on or not for this race, since he can do the same pace with no line, just get more penalties. Honestly, it's up to you. I'd probably leave line on if you're not comfortable. It's not a no-line division or a no-line league. So.
Salfara there, 14.2, puts himself P2. That's still 3/10, well, 2 and a bit tenths off of Fry's time, but we are getting closer to that time that Fry set. Cool Beans now coming towards the end of his lap, just coming through final corner now. It's been looking mostly decent since that original mistake. He crosses the line, it's P7 with a 14.5, so another 14.5. That makes it the 5th 14.5 we have at the moment, but we also have a 2, a 3 and 2 4s. So still very close here at the top end of the field, with the exception of Fryer, who's strangely got quite a gap. Thank you, Watinho, for changing the standings.
Roger Dogs are 10th up in the first.
Let's have a look at that then. Williams, yeah, he's exactly a 10th up in the first. That's rare. He did look like he hit the sausage a bit though on the first bit of the chicane, so that's
it's quite tidy.
Yeah, gonna lose him a bit of traction though, isn't it? Through that first bit. Just a little bit. As Verfelt does a 14.1, so again, we're now only 300ths, well, a 10th and 300ths, so a 10th and a half, away from that current provisional pole time by Fryer, and it's strange. I don't think I've ever seen it where there's been someone, like, just tenths ahead of the rest of the field, but then the rest of the field be so close. Jojo crosses the line, it's been P4 with a 14.2, so yeah, it just makes you wonder, looking at how close the field is, how Fryer's managed to find himself so much further ahead. Mats crosses the line, it's only good enough for P13 with a 14.8. Unfortunately for him, it's quite a long way down actually, considering the... well, I guess he's in that group that's a bit detached from the top group, but 3/10, and that was his second run, he's still 3/10 down on Alpha, who's done one run. He's got a... It's a bit strange. Kamey coming towards the end of his lap now, as he actually pits instead, so Alex crosses the line. It's a 15.8. I think he's yeah, he's on softs now, so he's given up on the medium tyres that he did his original lap on. JG still the only driver yet to set a time though, as get another comment in. Forza Salfera, says Simeone, or Simon, but with an E on the end. Simone. Is this? I guess. Depends where he's from, though, doesn't it? Because they're all across Europe. They just pronounce Simon different, don't they? Oh, that's very wide there from JG. That's not going to give him a great run, but he's still managed to keep his lap valid somehow, even though that was definitely all four wheels off the track. He comes up to the line now. He's going to set his first lap time as a 16.9, just the slowest lap so far. Simon is okay. Okay. Let's see who else is on the lap. Both Alphas on a lap. In fact, Alpham coming towards the end of his lap. So let's see how it's looking. Tidy couple of corners. He dives into the pits, so obviously he wasn't too happy with it. In fact, yeah, it looks quite slow now that I see what his actual time is. Ed Zach at the beginning of a lap, Avenger just coming through the middle sector, but he's not using any ERS, so not going to be a fast lap from him. Yolmir coming through the middle sector too. We haven't seen Yolmir much this season so far, have we?
Nope.
He's been missing a lot of races, but good to see that he's actually managed to race this week. And, 3/10 up in the middle sector there, so definitely a big improvement coming here. Maybe even dips into the 13s. Could be only the second driver to reach a 13 lap, although he does have a little bit of dirty air in front from the two cars diving into the pits, but hopefully it doesn't affect him too badly. Comes across the line, and it's only third, 14.8, so he loses a tenth in that final sector, and it's only good enough for P3 at the moment, but he will get another run in, so I don't think it's too bad. I just got so cold in here, what the hell? Oh, it's because it's raining. Oh, it's hailstones, Jesus. Okay, better close my window.
Oh, but what if a big one comes in and kills you?
Cool Beans coming towards the end of a lap now. It's
He's not coming to the end of a lap.
It's a slow lap. Yeah, it's 2 minutes and 30, 40
I think it's
lap.
not telling us when he's doing an out lap.
Right, okay. Well, he said
because he joined mid-session, didn't he?
Yeah. So it's a very I always find it strange when there's like 4.5 minutes left and people are doing laps, because it's going to be very tight whether they can get another lap in or not. And I think he should.
You understand about your mediums, sir?
What's that?
It'd be understandable if you're on mediums.
Yeah, but they're all on softs.
If you're on mediums, you'd want to come out now. Have 2 laps of fuel in the car. Well, not 2 laps of fuel in the car. You want like enough for 1.5 laps, because then you only really want to be doing 1 lap. But if you mess up halfway through your lap, you can back out and then go again.
Yeah. Well, I usually do fuel up for 2 laps and just go for 2 push laps. But if I mess up, I'll.
Around here, you have to remember tyre wear is quite crucial.
Yeah. But I feel like even if you do 2 push laps like that, you're still saving tyres compared to the people that will do an out lap, a fast lap, and in lap, and then do another out lap, fast lap, and in lap. So Coolbean's coming to cross the line now, and he goes provisional pole with a 13.7. That's 2.5 tenths up in Fry's side.
Quite fast, yeah. Well, what I mean is, like you only want to do 1 lap on the mediums, like in total.
Yeah, I get you.
Because obviously having the tyre wear on them is also crucial, because if you start on mediums, you want to be faster than the guys that are getting the undercut on the hards, doing soft hard.
Yeah, definitely. Although I'm not sure that the undercut's the most powerful around this track. It is.
It's not.
Good.
That's what I mean.
Good.
But you want as little tyre wear as you can, so that
you can extend that stint a little bit more and have the fresher hards. Yeah.
Because when you do soft hard around here, when you pit for hards and get the undercut on the guys doing medium hard, your hards are still actually slower than guys mediums that have been on it for the entire race so far.
Yeah, that's true. I was just thinking, imagine if we didn't have to use at least 2 different sets of tyres in a race. Imagine some of the crazy strategies you'd get.
If every single race would just be like medium is the highest OPT.
Nah, but then you get that one guy who tries like a 2-stop but soft, and you know, as Alpha retires in the pits, so that won't affect anything. I don't know, I just kind of feel like if they tweaked the tyre wear and lives a bit and just got rid of the whole use 2 different tyres rule, we could get some pretty crazy strategies. And just force the different use of tyres through the lives of the tyres or whatever.
If it ain't fixed, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's the way. If it's fixed, don't break it. That's also true. If it's not fixed, don't break
it. Yeah, you don't want to break something that's been fixed. As Yuppie improves by just over a tenth to go P11, so he's not quite going to make the top 10 in this race. Well, this qualifying session. unless he goes
Phelps
for
had to
another
go
push-up
for
somewhere.
2 laps here because I believe on his first push lap he wasn't blocked, but there was a Mercedes that didn't really get out of the way, like, very quickly, and I think that really put Vettel going off into the chicane. Because whilst the
Right.
Mercedes did get out of the way, I wasn't even sure if they were going to get out of the way, so I think Vettel, that really put him off.
Yeah.
Nothing against the rules, but just general sportsmanship.
Yeah. I get that. Just distracting in general, isn't it? But a track like this, because you never... I always say this, but you look at Hungary and you never think it would be such a short lap time, but it is. It's a really short lap, so it's really easy just to get...
Oh no! As if he's behind another Ferrari, not another Ferrari, another Mercedes on his lap.
Is he behind the other one? He is.
No, but he's behind Mercedes again. This one looks way further up the road though, so it should be fine.
Yeah, he's behind JG. Just watch the end of JG's lap and we will see. Oh no, Vettel has caught him a lot here. Vettel pits. So
he's just been screwed over by 2 Mercedes 2 laps in a row.
And JG crosses the line for the slowest lap of the session anyway, so that's not going to make Vettel any happier, I would imagine.
No, I don't even think was JG even on a lap?
He was.
I swear I saw red lights flashing on the back of his car at one point when he was in front of Vettel.
Well, yeah, but Alex is coming through the final corner. I think they've been doing no ERS runs to try and not qualify in the top 10.
Well, he did that, but he's also 20th.
Yeah. As Alex crosses the line, he goes P18 with a 15.2, but he also wasn't using ERS. He was just derating the whole lap. Unless there's some kind of glitch where it just shows that they're derating when they're not. And Avenger, who's the... JG Dog's also on a lap, but he's on an in-lap. He's going to pit. Please don't pit. Please don't. Just cross the line, please. Yeah, Avenger, who invalidated his lap, will be the coming across the line now. Like a smart boy who doesn't go into the pits at the end of his lap. JG forgot to enable ERS. Yeah, you had your red light flashing, JG. I think you forgot to enable ERS. But anyway, on pole position here we have Cool Beans. So Cool Beans with a 13.7 in the end. So we were worried about that time Fryer put in, but Cool Beans has actually gone even faster than that. And then Edzak P2 with a 13.9. So literally like 200ths quicker than Fryer here. So very close up at the top. Sal Ferrer again just behind Fryer, 4th place. 5th place for Felt still within 4/10. Rick and Vettel were 1,000th apart for P5, P6 Rick, P7 Yolmir, P8 Mats, P9 JDog and P10 Alpham. 3 set of tyres for everyone below, so that would... Wow, that's close actually. Because what, it was like a couple of tenths. It was raining at the start, so yeah. I guess they didn't need to qualify on mediums or anything, but yeah, Avenger, Yuppe, Ivan, Paul Jones, all those guys below would get a free choice of tyres if it wasn't raining. But yeah, yeah, rip the guys starting P7 to 10. Well, not really, because it's wet, so they're all starting on inters anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's why no one went for a different strategy.
Yeah, otherwise I think we'd have seen a few more people qualifying on the mediums. JG Dog just pinged us. We need a restart, why?
Why?
What's happening?
We don't need a restart.
What? Cool Beans is on the back row. Oh, he is! The game's glitched and put Cool Beans in last because he joined mid-quali.
Is that restart worthy?
I'll ask Cool Beans.
I think we should ask Patino.
I'll ask them both. I'll just ping them both and say...
It's quite bad, but a lot of the time a glitch isn't... We're not allowed to restart because of glitches.
Well, we have restarted because of this exact glitch before.
Oh, have we? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this glitch was the whole reason for the Russia stuff last season.
But yeah, Fry's put it the way that I was thinking. The fact that he didn't join in time is kind of his own fault.
Yeah. They restarted F4 for this, apparently. Apparently that was different.
Rado said that was different.
Yeah, I don't even know then.
Yeah, Fry says they did. I don't think it's restart worthy.
Yeah, we started 7 minutes late and he still joined late, so...
I think you only got yourself to blame. Well, obviously it's a game glitch, but, you know.
Coutinho wants to do a restart.
I'm personally not agreeing with that decision, but, you know, he's the boss man. I feel like that's really harsh on people that, I don't know. It just affects the flow. It affects the flow of things.
It's going to affect the weather and stuff as well.
Yeah, it will affect the weather, and it'll affect like people being in the flow. And we already delayed 7 minutes for him anyway.
Yeah, Coutinho says restart.
Why are you like this?
Yeah.
Some people do actually have things to do in their day.
Yeah. Let's watch the start anyway. Might be interesting. Cool beans left the session. Well, turn one was a bit spooky there, but oh geez, you just got cars stopping because people just pressed retire. Oh boy. Who's creating the new lobby?
I guess right.
Yeah. But he'd have to do weather and stuff, won't he?
True. I'll restart it. I'll make it up.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, in the rules, driver being put in last place regardless of his real qualifying position is a reason for a restart.
These rules are dog shit.
You're on stream, please don't say that. Right, so we have a VSC. Yeah, Ricky's actually still driving in this lobby, so he hasn't even noticed that there's been a restart.
I'll invite Rick and everyone else I have on my friends list from F3, but hopefully everyone will be able to invite everyone if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
maybe. JJ. Yep, hey. Yo.
Wait, why are people starting to think that there's no restart?
I don't know.
That's so odd.
How fair. Do that. No.
Unknown, there's a restart because Cool Beans was qualified P1 but started last.
Where's Rick? Why is Rick not my friends? It's Rick's on my friends list because I've had to invite him to JVL before.
Maybe you just did it manually or whatever. Wait, was this lobby not closed? Because there's a random just joined and left.
That's quite funny. Well, been someone invited to engineer or something.
Maybe.
Right, I'll invite Rick manually. Well, how on earth do you spell it?
It's just ERO_Rick and that should come up.
Ah, found it. I'd invite him too.
Routinho, you can crash people on purpose to notify them. People are like, what do we do? Well, you wait and you get invited to a new lobby. Yeah, Rick's in the lobby, so he just wasn't making one, was he? As he's the host, but he just wasn't making one. Oh dear. Did you see the image of the grid order? Yeah.
No.
So.
Oh yeah, Miyaki sent it to me. Cool.
Yeah, but he's only got up to 14th.
Can you find on the stream where the rest of them are, then, please? Or...
I will.
What?
What?
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. The game was just being a bit glitched for a sec. Is there only 6 drivers? Oh no, there's 8 now. Alright, alright. Corbyn's was first. Edzak isn't in the lobby. Alfera is in the lobby. Edzak Fry, no. Felt, no. Yep. Rick. Yolmer. Maps, no. Alpha, no.
You might want to hit spectator as well.
I have to be driver to make the grid.
That's a rip. Now his McDonald's is going to be cold. He can eat it now. Fryer, eat your McDonald's now. Why is everyone so confused?
Jesus Christ.
Wash them. Mate, Fryer, if you're complaining about your hands being cold because you washed your hands after eating a McDonald's, I where's your priorities at? You want cold hands or cold McDonald's? Oh dear. So they're saying that 10-2 is when the new race start will be at. Are you having a go at yourself?
I'm not. That was me, like, because I hate it when I'm saying something and someone messages in.
Yeah. Can we have? Well, I guess we have 12 drivers in the lobby. So there's still like 8 people missing. So what's the weather gonna be, says Loki? Well, whatever the game decides from what Pred puts in there.
Mats isn't in the lobby.
Why have I got an invite from Rick? I'm literally above you in this lobby.
Oh my god. Why is no one being invited? I literally can't do anything until people get invited.
I'm gonna message him on PSN. Fucking can't because he's not my friend, can I? Enter this name. Is he okay? I don't know. Oh, he is my friend, what? I don't know. I've received an invite from Rick. So He should have sent invites. There is 19 drivers, so there's actually only 2 guys missing.
There's
There's
Matt,
Matt's.
after 600 years. I love how these guys complain about the restart and then spend 6 years actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Matt's was. Yeah,
Well,
he was.
still one more.
Yeah,
Claim it.
Matt's didn't realise that there was a restart.
Yeah, but he messaged ages ago.
I know. He was like, "What's going on? Why is? Oh, I was having a good race. Come on." Well, if he's not here by the 10:2 start time, we'll just go without him. Just move everyone else up one position on the grid. Jesus Christ,
Sorry for in session.
Yeah, he says he hasn't had an invite.
Oh, well, I can't invite him. Surely someone in F3 has him.
What even is this PSN? There needs to be somewhere where you can just see people's PSNs.
Between TG and Mr. Vertical.
Did you do weather and everything?
No, I haven't done with you.
Okay.
Race setting. No, that's in session. Customize weather. Race. It was from the thing that JJ sent me. It was wet, wet, overcast.
Okay.
Can someone confirm or deny that?
I think, well, if it was going to end overcast, because you only get 3 slots in a 50% race, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it ends overcast and starts wet, I think that's the only choice you have.
JJ has in fact confirmed it. Wet, wet, overcast.
You know it won't just be the last few laps anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Which is a shame.
I think we're ready. I'm not waiting. We're going now.
Hey, you're Mr. Worldwide.
I'm Mr. Worldwide.
Right.
We've got 20 people listening to me bitch about restarts.
Yeah. You see what Mikelitz... I've got something else for you to complain about. Look what Mikelitz put in Helper Zone.
Is this just going to be the bread is in a horrible mood stream?
Probably. He's complaining about the penalty points removals.
Yeah, well, he's wrong and I don't care. No. I don't care if what's happened in real life. An appeal is you're appealing... No, because in real life they don't have a 24-hour report deadline. So anything that's done in real life doesn't make sense, surely.
Yeah.
Because in real life, if something's brought up in the brought up after the race that someone's done wrong, in like an appeal, then of course the other person's going to get penalised, right?
Yeah.
In real life, that makes sense, but in league racing, when there's a 24-hour deadline for reports, and it's the end of the week, it's nearly the next race, and the deadline for reports is over and someone does it, then they shouldn't get a penalty point. Because that's... Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have 24 hours to report, right? So that means that reports after 24 hours don't count. Now, I get the whole fact that before it was like, yeah, but they appealed their own penalty. And personally, I was thinking, well, if they're appealing their own penalty, I can't just then not penalise the guy that they've said, yeah, but they also did it, because I've now seen it. But
I think
it doesn't really count as an appeal, does it? At that point, it's a report in disguise. It's an incognito report. Usually this is the point in the race where we'd check everyone's tyres. But they're all the green ones. I always found it crazy how there's such a difference between the inters and the wet tyres. Because you'd never think that the actual grain on the tyres in terms of like the tread would make that much of a difference. But then you remember that like the inter tyres like way softer than the hards as well, and all that. You know what I mean? Like they're just different in so much more than just the tread. Did this man just say penalties should never get removed? Wasn't he there a couple of weeks ago? And oh dear. This is why it'd be so much easier just to have some kind of thing where you can just see everyone who did it. That way you can just stop this. But you can't penalise anything that's not reported. So
yeah,
that's literally people going, oh, but they didn't get a penalty for it. It was like, yeah, no one reported it. So yeah, it's such an odd. It's just odd, isn't it? And it literally only came about because they wanted to annoy each other. Why do I get this view of the grid? Please give me a better view of the grid. And we have 5 red lights, glitchy 5 red lights. They've been held for a while, but we are now finally underway for the Hungarian Grand Prix, except there are no cars moving. We do love it. Oh, come on, game, please don't. There we go. We have the cars moving. Oh, and there's already an incident at the back. One of the Yolmi has been put onto the grass. There's been a crash before they even get to turn 1, and there's cars round. Oh, and that's not good. 5 seconds for JG and the virtual safety car before they even get to turn 1. Oh my god, look at the penalties coming out. There's literally like 7 cars got... Well, 4, sorry. 4 drivers have penalties. That make that 6. I don't even know what just happened, if I'm being honest. I know Vifelt was facing the wrong way before he even got to the start-finish line. We had Yolmi getting put on the grass. But that seems like it was some pretty poor driving from a lot of these guys. Edzak, though, up into the lead for turn 1, so he obviously had a good start in comparison to Cool Beans there. But unfortunately for Fry, he will have to probably serve that 5 seconds because he got it so early on. I have a feeling that Edzak's is slightly faster at the moment than Cool Beans. As coming to end the first lap here, it's been a pretty messy first lap. We have cars in the pits already.
Al from down the inside of South Road.
Let's have a look.
Around the outside.
Around the outside to turn 3. And he just about gets it done. There wasn't much room there, but he did get it done. Let's see who else is looking close. JJ Dog quite close to the back of Matt's here. Matt's even closer to the back of South Ferrer. So we'll have to watch how this fight plays out. Obviously most of the field is within a second of each other at the moment. It is only lap 2, but Cool Beans now 1.5 seconds behind Edzak and just about breaking that 1 second gap to Fryer too. So Cool Beans looking like he's on for a bit of a lonely race at the moment. Rick falling back a bit as well from Fryer, so those top 3 look like they really have a bit more pace than the rest of the field. There's a mistake there from Matt that's going to put him under pressure from JJ Dog through the final corner. Obviously it's wet, so there'll be no DRS or anything, but they can still use their ERS to make passes. JJ Dog in the slipstream now. Let's see if he's going to be able to get anything done into turn 1. No.
He wasn't using ERS, but Matt's was.
That's a shame. He probably should have, because that would have been a good move to get himself up into 7th this early and chase after South Ferrer, who Matt seems to be dropping back a bit from. So Alpha now actually very close to the back of Rick. Not really an overtaking spot coming up anytime soon, but well, he's definitely looking like he's got a bit more pace at this point in the race compared to the Racing Point driver. Although he's saying that not really sure where else he can overtake at the moment.
JJ Dog made a huge mistake. He's now under pressure by Avenger, who's going to go down his inside into one of the turns, and I can't remember what number it is, but it's the first one in Sector 3, I can tell you that much.
Turn 12.
He nearly makes a huge mistake and almost didn't see JJ. Now he's getting pressured by Ivan, who goes down the inside into the ultimate corner. Bit of contact.
Yeah, Ivan's going to get them through. Yeah.
That
was a bit wide from Avenger, actually.
He decided that he was going to pony horse.
And now he's already under pressure from Yuppe. Oh, I say that, Yuppe's had a big slide through the exit of the final corner. He's no longer under pressure from Yuppe. Let's have a look. Fryer actually caught right back up to Cool Beans, so I think Cool Beans has made a mistake. He's now 3 seconds behind Edzak. And we'll have to watch what happens here. It was actually Verfelt the fastest lap of the race here, so Verfelt who was caught up to the back of Mr. Pep, seems to be going very fast at the moment, although he did have to pit on lap 1, it seems, after that incident. Just having a look at the gaps here. It is really a lot of the action's going on at the back of the field compared to the front, and actually Kamey pits then, so we got robbed of that battle between Kamey and Yolmir, unfortunately for us. Let's see who else is looking like a possible move could be coming up. Really think it's Frypepper. Frypepper is the closest car to the guy ahead, and Cool Beans struggling a bit in these wet conditions. Edzak, however, flying. Edzak is doing very well in these wet conditions, so yeah. JJ Dog with 3 seconds for multiple warnings. That's gonna cost him quite a bit, actually. I'd imagine at this race, especially in the wet, where track limits are a lot. I wouldn't say track limits are harder to cross, but the game's a bit more lenient with them, so it can be harder to get that warning that sometimes you would normally get in the dry. Just currently, a lot of these guys, they're around about that 1 second mark. As looks like Alex has made a bit of a mistake. He's ended up behind Paul Jones there, so he drops down to P13 and has that 5 seconds that he will need to serve later on. Although Paul Jones with a wide line through that penultimate corner, and it's allowed Alex to catch a little bit of that time back. Maybe a possible move coming up on the main straight. Let's have a look. As we have yellows in the first the middle sector, sorry, it's JG who spun at turn 5. So
JJ's practically pushing Max around the track at this point.
yeah, he's actually picking up warnings while he's doing it, though, unfortunately for him. Just gonna have a look. Yeah.
Hey, you can just report the warning, try and get them removed, because the his camera settings. You can use that as an excuse. Oh god.
You see, it's like this is the worst bit about Hungary in the wet, is this middle sector. It's just you just can't put follow close enough.
In the dry.
Yeah, and then you get this wet weather where it's impossible to overtake. It's just not really it, is it? Now actually JJ coming under a bit of pressure here from Ivan, so he's managed to drop from being pushing Mats around the track to about a second back, so a lot of quickly changing gaps. It's like sometimes you'll see a lap and someone will close up a load, and then the next lap they'll just lose it all again. So this is really the worst part about racing in the wet, you've got to say, is this whole thing where you can get as close as you like until there's just no point because you can't overtake them. Let's see, I think Ivan is still close to JJ Dog, but JJ Dog is starting to close in a little bit on Mats. It's not quite as close as it was, but it's not as far as it was last lap either, so the gap just coming down a little bit on this lap. Maybe if he can keep this kind of thing going, he can get a move done, but I say that he's losing it again through the start of the last sector, and JG has retired from this session because he forgot to put his setup on.
Oh no. That is unfortunate.
And hopefully his car coming out the pits doesn't cause too many problems. Doesn't look like it will. There's quite a bit of clear track there actually, so should be okay.
Luca is so salty about this. He even messaged in the F3 chat. I just went to look in F3 chat and he put, imagine getting penalty points removed, you are lucky.
Yeah, I know. I don't really get it, but as Alpha gets himself 3 seconds for multiple warnings too, so I can imagine the only place where it would be getting those warnings in the wet would be turn 4, right? maybe
And
turn
actually,
11.
I mean, technically, it wasn't even like because I believe didn't JG appeal the penalty points?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mr. Pep's had a bit of an issue there. He's spun at turn 2. He's got damage there on his left side end plate, so he will be pitting at the end of this lap, and that is a shame for him. He's already in last place and going to be a long way down in last, and he's going to have to pit.
please stop raining. This is so unbelievable.
It's your fault. You chose the weather.
Shut up.
As Edzak now 5 seconds in the lead of this race. So,
Bad OP.
oh dear. Yeah, these gaps really aren't doing much, are they?
I wonder if people are running dry or wet setups.
Well, with the time in quali, I'd imagine there were some dry setups in there.
Yeah, but we restarted.
Oh yeah, it's true. But are you allowed to change setup between?
No, but who the hell is going to know if you do?
Well, with the stuff that's been going on recently in F3, I wouldn't be surprised if they all went through each other's streams and videos and stuff to find out. Oh dear. So, Bread, any tips for driving in the wet on Hungary?
Keep out the wolves. You just kind of got to be smooth, not really push too hard, otherwise your tyres will die. Yeah, there's no slides, because if you slide, the tyre cams will go off, and then you'll have to, the tyre wear will essentially die, so you need to keep it as smooth as possible and keep the tyre wear down, because obviously you also don't know when it's going to stop being dry. So if you keep it smooth and try to minimise slides as much as you can, you might, if necessary, be able to extend the stint until the dries come. Obviously, if the dries come early, that won't matter, but... I would have thought on lap 10, I would have thought these tyres were coming to the end, around the end of their life. Because Inters don't last very long.
I think Inters is usually still only a one stop at this track, so I think they could probably go about 18, 19 laps. I think. Who's close? Fry is close back up to Cool Beans actually, so I don't know if he made a mistake earlier or something, and that's very wide, that's going to be a warning. But he has actually got back onto the back of Cool Beans, so Cool Beans struggling a lot here. We have yellows at turn 5 again, it looks like it's TG, it is TG. And he does have damage, so that is, just like it was for Mr. Pep, going to be a shame for him, because he actually has neither end plate, and he's going to have to go around for a whole lap and then pit to fix it. He's going to be a long way behind. And Yolmir actually catching up to Alex here, so let's see if he can get anything done. Sal Ferro also very close to the back of Alpha, but that's been pretty much the same gap for a while now.
Nothing, it stopped raining outside the house and the sun has come out and...
What?
Out in the distance. I don't know, there's nothing to talk about with this race.
There really isn't, is there?
So I am finding new things to talk about. Drunk about a litre of water today.
Did you? That's healthy of you.
Had a cheese sandwich on it.
Oh, that's nice. I had a ham sandwich earlier.
Went to go and get a monster because I was dying of tiredness and they didn't have any, so I had to settle for Verstappen's wheat.
Oh no, as TG retires from the session in the pits. So yeah.
I am simply going to ignore what's going on in Alpha's chat.
Yeah, me too. I think that's for the
Lord,
better.
this is terrible. Honestly, Loki, this is awful.
This is just bad, isn't it? This is just,
so boring.
there's literally nothing to say.
Imagine if Crofty said that one day. It was just like, God, this race is awful.
That would be the complete opposite of a Crofty thing to say. That man would hype up pre-season testing if he could.
only here in the ROF3 boys. Only here.
Well, and F5 yesterday.
Yeah. The thing is
wait,
that,
actually,
Hungary's bad for dirty air anyway, and then it rains and it's just like, just one big train. It's not even like the drivers are that separated out. Look on the mini-map. It's like, they're all sort of...
just following.
Yeah.
In fact, the most exciting thing going on at the moment is that Mr. Pep is about to get lapped.
This is why I hate rainy driving. How is there still 8? How is there still 8? Oh no, it's just dropped to 16. Okay. I was about to say, you guys are watching it.
It's 17 now. Yeah, but no, it was nice to hear about your cheese sandwich, though. I think they really appreciated that.
Oh, yeah, I think they've come to. It's a bit messy though. Could probably do a cleaner.
Yeah.
Right earphone just fell off again. It's really annoying.
Yeah, we agree with you, Jonas. This is not interesting. Wait, weren't we literally talking yesterday about how a rainy race at Hungary would be really boring?
Heskey was not a good commentator for F5 yesterday. The official stream was way better.
The official stream was way better. I can confirm that. But yeah, weren't we literally? I'm pretty sure during the stream yesterday we were literally like, I hope none of the races are raining because that would be really boring. And we come here to F3, and what do you know? As Yolmi gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Brett
Quickly
should talk more about his sandwich. Yeah, there was cheese. There was actually ham in it as well.
Oh, it's not a cheese sandwich then. It's a cheese and ham sandwich.
Well, there is cheese. Stop falling off. I'm gonna have to find some super glue or something. This is bad.
For context of this situation, for those who don't know, Brett broke his headset in Japan after hitting the back of Tam Tam, and he slammed it against his desk.
But you have no idea how distracting it. Like, it happens in practice all the time. I'll be driving a quali lap, then halfway through my earphone will fall off, and I can't actually concentrate.
Hold on.
It's like, I can just have random, like, it's like very faint noises only in one side of my ear. It's like, how do you stop?
For context, Mikulicki goes, "Hello, you two. Even though it's raining, it seems to be a boring race." I don't know where.
Even though it's boring.
That's what I was gonna say.
Race is boring.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, doesn't the fact that it's raining make it more likely to be boring?
Yeah.
Like, even though.
It's quite interesting when it goes from dry to wet.
And then back to
Sometimes.
dry, because you don't
Yeah.
want it to be wet for too long. Oh, as
bodies,
Yolmir runs into the back of Alex, it's gonna look like
Something's happened!
okay, and he doesn't overtake him because otherwise that would be mean. And we've had enough of those punt to passes recently, haven't we, Mikulicki? Oh, but Alex nearly loses it at turn 4.
It's incredible! I mean, sensational with CRGG, I would say.
I was gonna say, go on, Yolmir, send it into turn 5, but I realised that he's racing Alex. Well, Mikulicki, there was a huge crash before we even got off the line, but that's it. As Yolmir goes very wide. Do you reckon he got some lime damage after the contact?
You might have done, actually. I didn't actually see the contact, so I don't know how heavy it was.
It was fairly okay. For how kind of heavy the contact is, most people might only get lime damage. If it was me, I'd have orange damage right now. Did you not see my incident with Luke in Abu Dhabi? Where it was literally the slightest touch in the world and I got orange damage. and I had to drive the rest of the last 10 laps of that race with orange damage.
To be fair, I mean, like, I almost think line damage is the most annoying damage to get, because it's like, really? Really? I've got that little bit of damage and it costs you so much and the commentators don't even realise you have damage.
Yeah. Okay, so Alpha just pitted for a fresh set of inters. Let's see how well he does from now on.
Tell you what, lime damage was the worst damage to get a couple of games back. Do you remember when you got lime damage and the game wouldn't repair it unless it was like yellow?
Yeah, I remember.
I still get PTSD whenever I go into the pits with lime damage that they're not going to fix it.
Literally same. But Alpha pits for some new inters. Vifelt sets another fastest lap of the race, and Pep receives 3-second time penalty. That sounds like a Top Gear intro, but it's not. But yeah, basically Michelizzi, before we even got to turn 1, there was cars facing the wrong way, cars on the grass, and a pretty big crash towards the back end of the field. And there's a VSC. The VSC was out before the first car got to turn 1. Like,
that's in the pits, you're facing the pits of Henderson, is it?
So, yeah, so not feeling like this rain's going to last long enough for a one stop onto the dry tyres. Well, I said they could probably go about 18 or so laps, right? They've gone 16, so I wasn't far off. I mean, the tyres don't look like they're exactly fast.
It'd be interesting to see if someone does manage to make it to the dry period on their inters, though, or even attempt it. I would like if someone did that, just to make it interesting.
I'm gonna be honest, if I was Edzak, I just would.
If I was Edzak, I don't think I would.
No, because if you're Edzak, you can get a puncture, do a whole lap with a puncture, pit, and still be in first.
Yeah, but the thing is, because that's quite a risky thing to do, and I feel like if you're in first by, like, that much, there's no need to take risks.
I don't know. It would just be cool to win a race by over 30 seconds, right?
It would, but then you end up getting a puncture from the lead, and you know what that's like.
Yeah, and I was also thinking that Edzak would probably just want to do whatever Coolbeans does, right? Because if he pits, Edzak will probably come out around about, I don't know, 7th, 8th, as Rick pits. But if he just does what Coolbeans does, he's pretty much winning, right? Mm-hmm. So I think what Edzak does will rely heavily on what Coolbeans does, unless he somehow gets to 20 seconds within the next couple of laps. You don't know. If there's a safety car, he could definitely pit, but with the gaps between cars at the moment, if anyone... Yeah, pit window is now open, as Rick and Alex pit. So, you've got to say that if anyone causes a safety car right now, it is a bit embarrassing, because they've done it on their own.
I don't know if JG or TG happen to be watching, but if you are, I don't suppose you happen to ask Jeff about the weather when you're driving.
Oh, mate. I wouldn't trust what Jeff says anyway. Rain will be finished in 15 minutes. 15 minutes later. Rain will be finished in 20 minutes.
Jeff's more reliable than the bloody...
look at the track.
Forecasting.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Do you reckon Jeff's just coded off of that?
No, I don't think he is, because Jeff's way more reliable than that. That thing will tell you that it won't ever rain, and then it will rain in the next 1 second.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We have some cars getting close to each other. Ivan getting close to JJ Dog, as JJ Dog makes a bit of a mistake through the penultimate corner. So, as Coolbeans pits. So if I was Edzak, I'd pit next lap.
I would too.
Although Fry Pepper doesn't pit, but I don't know. Yeah, you know how Ivan was getting closer to JJ Dog?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just been 8 tenths now. It's just 8 tenths. As Yolmis is the new fastest lap of the race, is 1:28.2. That's the other thing about a wet race. They're longer.
They are, yeah.
Which is the worst. Well, since we heard about your sandwich earlier, Brad, for lunch I actually had a ham roll, but I used the brioche roll that my mum used to make us burgers last night. Now the burgers last night were very good.
You used your mum's burger.
It was a double-decker burger. So you had like...
I know she's got double-decker burger.
So you had bun, you had burger, you had cheese, you had burger, you had cheese, and then you had bacon. Which is cool. You're really immature, aren't you?
Yes.
Is this... You've Fry pits, and so does Edzac, so Sal Ferro takes the lead of this race. Have you always been like this, or is lockdown getting to you a bit?
No, I have just always... I've actually got more mature since lockdown.
Really? That's quite concerning, actually. That is actually very concerning, considering your age.
Not concerning as your mum's double-deckers.
I just don't even know what to say to you anymore. You're just a child, aren't you?
But Loki says if F2 is like this, I'm leaving the commentary to JJ.
JJ probably wouldn't find, but he'll probably go, and away we go!
Genuine question. Has there been a single overtake since the rain started? Like, since lap 1? Like, you know, since everything calmed down?
No. The last legit overtake in this race was that lap. It was at the end of lap 1, when I think it was Alex overtook someone. No, Alex.
It wasn't. Yeah, but wasn't there Yolmir and someone else in the penultimate corner? Some like Alpha.
Yeah, but then he messed up his accent and didn't get the overtake.
Oh yeah.
It was.
How were there 22 people? What? Wow.
Mate, it's just us. They just come for us as JJ don't pits. But Ivan stays out, so does South Barra. Edzac right on the back of Ivan now. If I was Ivan, I would have pitted. Gonna be honest. The rain is literally... I'm pretty sure...
South Ferrer has actually been known to pull some madness strategies, so...
I really want to see what South Ferrer's doing. Also, is it me or is the rain heavier than at the start of the race?
It is.
It just is, isn't it?
It definitely isn't getting worse.
For God's sake. It's supposed to finish dry, not get heavier. Oh.
Hang on, what's going on here? JJ and Yuppie are having a little ding dong.
JJ coming out of the pits, he's having a...
Yolmir decided to do some lawn mowing.
Oh, okay.
Was that JJ overtaking Yuppie, or Yuppie
no,
overtaking JJ?
That was JJ coming out of the pits alongside Yuppie.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess it's our second overtake of this race? I guess?
That does not count.
So far this race... Oh my god, Edzac's overtaken someone!
Ivan...
Oh, Ivan crashed!
Got a puncture! He's got a puncture!
He does? Oh my god.
Sal Ferrer must be in puncturing then.
Sal didn't pit. Sal Ferrer didn't pit.
And Ivan's got a puncture! Oh my god, things are actually happening!
Wait, that means that doesn't count as an overtake either!
No, because he got a puncture.
For God's sake! Someone overtake someone! Oh my god, look how painful it is going into the pits for Ivan. If he gets a 5 seconds here, I'm gonna cry. Okay, he doesn't. I feel so bad for him. That is the worst. I'm gonna watch some Sal Ferrer, you know. I'm quite interested in what occurs here. If this man
gotta be close to a puncture, surely.
If this man has somehow managed to manage his tyres this well, I don't know.
I thought he was pushing harder, but I don't know. Well, he was ahead of him, but maybe like by quite a distance as well, wasn't it? It wasn't like it was close.
Yeah, but I don't know what you don't know. Maybe Ivan's on pad and Sal's on wheel or something. You never know.
True.
Which does make a difference for all you wheel players that are about to start crying. And also look how fast Edzac's catching Sal Ferrer. He's not pushing. He's managing some tyres right now.
20 lap inters. Now that is a madness.
Mate, I was pretty proud of my 21 lap stint on hards at F1 2019 here. But
20 laps on Inters.
to be fair, I talk about my 21 lap stint on hards as if I didn't go to Brazil and do 30 laps for a set of softs, but
But Inters are like really like
yeah,
not
I
great.
think Inters are probably sat right between mediums and softs in terms of tyre. Because I think even if you're on mediums, you'd be looking to pit about now, right? And try.
If we started on mediums, you'd be pitting around lap 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so maybe they have a little bit more than
I don't know, you could probably take mediums this long and get around 70% tyre wear, 80% tyre wear.
Yeah, but there'd be no real point to it because softs wouldn't even go to the end, would they?
Yeah, but that's what I mean by like Inters. You can take them this far, but
Yeah. I guess Inters are just mediums, but for the wet.
yeah, pretty much.
Right, look, Sal Ferrer lost a second this lap. To be fair, I'm surprised he's only losing 1 second. His tyres must be so slow. If he doesn't pit this lap, he's a crazy man. He's just a crazy man. No way he goes to the dries. There's literally no way. If you look how heavy the rain is, even if it's stopped raining now, there's no way. Edzak with a 28.2.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, if it stopped raining now. Wait, hold on, sliding? Okay, nothing. I thought he might have got a puncture when I saw that rear kick out then.
Nah, he was just mate, his tyres his tyres must be like the slick ones from Turkey in real life.
Hold on! JJ's close to someone! Come on!
No, he literally no. Go on, turn 2, do it, JJ. Go for the big send. Go for the big send.
Arrest too. Next lap he's going for him, surely. Surely he's pushing him round. Turn 4.
Go on, let's have overtake number 2 of this race. It's lap 23. We need at least the second overtake of this race to happen soon. Oh, Ivan passes Kami. And it's a legit overtake into turn 2.
Yeah, let's ignore the fact he has 16 laps pressure targets.
I don't care. That is overtake number 2 of this race. We have it, lads. And ladies. I don't want to assume. I don't really see the... I guess I could log into ERO's account and look on ERO's, like, demographic things, see if we actually have any female viewers. I doubt it. This is a very male-dominated thing. But as we hit the 69th comment of the stream... Oh, yes, says Watinho. I don't know which question he's responding that to. But, you can see tyres. Of course you can see tyres, Loki. You can see that they're all on the same tyres and for felt as, got 20 tyres on it.
Yeah, I think he means he wants to see the, age.
Yeah, I'm taking the piss.
JJ, oh my god! Oh.
No! Come on, JJ, hit the brakes later. We believe in you.
Use that ABS!
ABS! Oh dear. That's another thing we can...
Watinho was saying, oh yes, to Ivan's overtake on Kami.
But no, he was doing it to his overtake. Not his overtake, his overtake.
Not overtake to you.
I can't believe Sal Ferrer is still going on those 23 lap old fucking Inters. Sorry. Yeah, I've just realised Jonathan's been on his Inter since that one as well. The difference is Jonathan's in 15th. It is supposed to stop raining, Loki. It is actually supposed to stop raining at some point. We don't know when.
Wait, which one of us score?
Me.
Oh. I do it so, like, subconsciously. I have no idea if I accidentally saw it.
Cool Beans did 3 seconds for multiple warnings there. He's gonna... I'm sorry, Coutinho, but that really doesn't scare me. I've heard that man talk on those videos, and he just sounds like a batty man. Well, not Bad Boy Hollow from the Dream stuff. It's so hard not to swear when someone threatens me. I'm just like, come on, dude. As Alex, I half felt pitted. I thought Alex overtook Verfelt just pitted. That is so sad. Can I just say,
Ivan Jonathan.
He's gonna do it into turn 1. Ivan's my driver of the day. I don't care. He's done double the overtakes of literally anyone else this race. What a move! That's actually a sick move too.
Yeah, JJ. Oh my god, he's so close. No! Oh my god, if he pulls this off.
No, he can't.
He's gonna go round the outside.
Oh, he's gonna switch back. Is he gonna switch back?
Oh, not quite. No, that would actually have been a madness of a move if he went round the outside there.
Yeah, I don't even care about positions enough. My driver of the day is Ivan for literally doing double the overtakes of any other driver this race. And it might.
If Sal Ferrer, it's stop training.
Oh no!
Oh my god, Sal Ferrer.
Sal Ferrer, what the hell?
Nah, if Sal Ferrer makes this work, he's driver of the day.
Oh yeah, if Sal Ferrer does this, I literally don't think I can give driver
Remember what
this.
I was going on about 20 laps on him because he's done 25.
Reach out.
What?
Reach out. And the thing is, we could just assume that it's not 0, but it's 0.
How quick is it? Oh my god, if Sal Ferrer gets a puncture now, I'm gonna be heartbroken for him.
Yeah, if this man gets a puncture now, it would be the worst timing. Oh my god, Kami overtook Jonathan! No, Jonathan just pitted! Stop! It's drying up! Is he gonna... Wait, is Jonathan gonna go for...
Go on board with Sal Ferrer.
Jonathan's on soft.
Look at Sal Ferrer's rear left.
Oh my god! That is literally a slick tyre.
That looks like it's about to blow up, is what it looks like.
No, it's just a slick tyre. It literally just is. There is no tread left on that tyre.
Loki thinks he's going to get a puncture. I'm scared he's going to get a puncture too.
He's going to go for another lap!
Edzak is now only 1.4 behind him.
Oh my. Who would have thought the most intense part of the race is lap 26?
Now this race has gone from boring to actually interesting all of a sudden.
Yeah. Oh wow. Low key just rubbing it in a bit. Lol, Wodge gets no girl. And then the next comments. I don't know if that's something to be proud of, Wittinho. I don't think you should be taking that as a compliment like you just did.
He chooses the girls don't choose him.
Why has he got none then?
Because then none of them have been worthy.
Also, Wagonar says Forza Ferrari. It could well yeah, at the moment it's Forza Ferrari. In 30 seconds time it could very easily be the Ferrari master plan though. We have 2 Ferraris next to each other on track. When's the last time this ended well?
Oh man. Imagine it. Oh, I don't think it's going to dry out in time for him. Although the track is
so much drier. It's so much drier. I think next lap, if he just take him one more lap.
There's too much spray.
No, if he takes him one more lap, I think he can get away with just about not getting a puncture and maybe doing 1 or 2 laps on a slower tyre. I think he'll have to do 1 or 2 laps on a slower tyre. He doesn't pit, so he doesn't think he's going to get a puncture. I think if he was certain that he'd get a puncture, he'd pit at this point, right? So I think if he goes...
Maybe, but he might just be like, now I'm risking it.
Yeah. I think if he goes 1 more lap, he can go onto a set of tyres. They will be slower and cold for a couple of laps. But I think puncture-wise, he's got to, hasn't he? He can't go much longer.
You know what I said about going on board with Sal Ferrer looking at his tyres? Do that again, and...
No! Avenger, I thought there was some action going on between Avenger and JJ. He just pitted.
But basically, go on board with Sal Ferrer and look at his tyres again, and then do it with Edzak and look at the difference.
Go on board with Jonathan.
Oh, boys! Yeah,
there is literally no tread on that.
It's crossover, surely now. Look at the track. I think it's actually the crossover.
Oh, it's Mr. Pep's... yeah, look. even the
No, I
Inter's
think
tyres
it
are
is.
struggling. Wait, Edzak's about to get so screwed.
If I was Edzak, I'd come in. I mean, not Edzak, Salvero.
Yeah, Edzak though, this man's
Surely
about
you
to get
come in now.
screwed. You'd have to look at the track. There's like no spray anymore.
Thing is, it's not just about the track, it's about how it feels as well, but Jonathan is still losing time to the felt.
Oh,
he's
that's
got to
very
come in.
wide.
He's coming in, he's coming in,
He's coming in. Salvero's in.
Mate, this is going to be so interesting to see what his pace is like compared to Edzak. That was someone else in as well.
Cool Beans. Cool Beans pits.
Mr. Pet. And Cool Beans. No way, I swear down.
Fryer
If this
pits.
works.
Fryer pits. Everyone's pitting.
DRS is on! I didn't see that! What did you say DRS is on?
DRS is enabled. Oh my god. How's he done this?
Mate, Salfera, this is driver of the season so far, I swear.
Yeah, this man deserves it. His performance the last 3 races have been insane. This man is...
Now, please just keep it on track.
Yeah, that's literally what it is for the rest of this race, I think. And it is just softs to the end. We have 7 laps left. What?
And he is gaining time on Edzak.
Is
you look at the delta?
He's faster. Yeah, he's faster. Oh no! Edzak's gonna have to fight this one. JJ Dog didn't pit either. It's actually just worked. Salfera is a legend. Oh, JJ Dog, no!
I cannot
JJ Dog
believe
just
what
got
I'm
passed by Cool Beans. That's our third
The
overtake.
tyres are so much better now that Salfera has gained 2 seconds in the last like half a second.
Yeah, look at the JJ Dog on the Inters as well. He's struggling a lot.
I'm actually done.
Edzak nearly spin to the pits.
This is actually insane. Cool Beans might jump Edzak.
I think he will. Honestly,
Depends. It's quite short. It's quite short.
Side by
pit
side.
lane, yeah.
They'll be side by side coming out 100%, right?
Yeah, they actually will be.
Coming out of the final corner now, Cool Beans. There's Edzak. There's Edzak. He's gonna come out side by side. He's gonna be round the outside. Is he? He's gonna switch back him.
Switch back and get. Oh, what has happened?
Oh, Edzak stays ahead just for now, but that was so close on exit.
Now Salfera is 6 seconds and he's... Oh my god.
Salfera, driver of the day, 1,000,000%.
I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Did he do 28 laps on Inters?
He did. He literally went he went 10 laps over what I predicted and what most other people did on Inters.
After this race is done,
I've just realised Cool Beans has a penalty, so Edzak, even if he does get ahead of Edzak...
You know, I can't because I've got a help unknown with that too, but I really want to go into like Grand Prix mode or something and just test what the actual life of Inters is supposed to be.
Salfera with a 118.9.
Edzak is going faster, but there are 5 laps left and he's 5.8 behind.
Yeah, I don't think he's going faster enough, is he? Mr. Pep with an 18.5. Mr. Pep got 17.9 from Alpha. This track is speeding up fast. 17.5 from Brick. What's going on? Yellows? We have yellows at turn 5.
Salfera doesn't.
Jonathan's just spun round.
That is.
But yeah, Salfera 2 races ago got his first podium. He's had 2 podiums in a row. If he wins this race, I might have to mute him when he joins the party, just so I have ears left.
He doesn't even have a warning.
Is he not? Not a single warning.
No. And Edzak has 2.
What a driver, man. Honestly. As Verfelt makes the 3rd overtake of this race, as he gets past Kamey, but Kamey's going to come back at him into turn 2. No, Verfelt's still ahead, and JJ Dog gets his 20 billionth penalty of the race.
It's actually only a second.
Really? There's Jonathan Pitts because of his spin at turn 5. Cool beans, man. He's so close to Edzak.
Maybe if Cool Beans could get past Edzak and then like pressure him onto.
Yeah, Cool Beans fastest lap of the race.
Maybe like push him wide, but leave just enough space.
Edzak's run out of ERS.
Oh my god. I know this is dirty tactics, but you could sort of push him wide, but leave just enough space so that technically it can't get removed because there was a little bit of space.
Look at the times now. JJ Dog with a 16.2. This track is speeding up fast.
I think that's faster than any race lap I've ever done around here. But obviously they're on new softs.
At the end of a race on low fuel.
Yeah, but it has only just stopped raining, which is why I'm surprised that it's so far.
Now the track grip's going up an insane amount at the moment.
No, Cool Beans! No!
But look at the ERS amounts. There's literally derating from Edzak, and Cool Beans has like 60%. So if he uses it right, he can get back in there. Also, we have yellows at turn 5. Again, it's JJ Dog. He spun at turn 5. Did he get damage?
Dino, can we get a seat swap?
No, he didn't.
No, can we get a seat swap? JJ into the Ferrari.
Don't be mean. There's actually Matt's very close to Fryer. We noticed that too close. And he has Rick right behind him, but Rick's derating already, so... What is it with these guys? None of them can use their ERS. They all have, like, no ERS left. Why? It's literally stopped raining like a few laps ago. How do you not have any ERS left? Oh, the gap 4 seconds out of the lead now. You pay 3 seconds for multiple warnings. That could cost him quite big, actually. As Rick also gets 3 seconds at the back of this little train with Matt and Fryer, so gonna have to keep an eye on that one.
Currently, Yuppie is nearly... No, he's not. Before he got the penalty, he was nearly in P7.
Right. Javier, he said first best Italian in the league.
I think you're putting yourself down too much, just a little bit.
Yeah, you are in F1, and this guy is in F3. As Yolmir passes Yuppie for P9, that's overtake number 4 of this race, ladies and gentlemen. It's lap 34. Can everyone get a round of applause for the lap 34 4th overtake of the race? Jesus Christ. And there's number 5, JJ Dog. Oh no, he didn't get it. No, is he getting it around the outside?
Yeah.
He did, he got it around the outside. Overtake number 5, everybody. Can I get number 6 anywhere? Number 6. Let's start doing it like an auction. Ah, yeah, Cool Beans is just falling off the back. He's using a lot more ERS now as well. That's unfortunate. But Rick is still close to Matt, and Matt is still close to Fryer. So I beg one of them do something this time round. Yeah, Rick's a little bit too far back, but Matt has the ERS. He's actually derating now, so he doesn't have the ERS. Fryer was derating a lot earlier, but just the gap not closing down enough, really, there. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to stay in the same order for another lap. Final lap of the race, by the way. So, this is...
I think Rafael will get JJ here. Oh, maybe... Yeah, he's going to get him, he's going to get him!
He's going to get him to the inside of turn 1. Oh, JJ turns in on him a bit. And he goes wide.
Space, but JJ's gone on the curb, and he's maybe going to go around the outside at turn 2.
Oh, the foul.
JJ... A bit of contact, but it's still all fair, I think.
Yeah, oh!
On the inside!
JJ Dog very wide. Oh, JJ rejoins into the side of the belt. Oh, turn 4. Oh, that was that's on JJ Dog, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Sal Ferrer crosses the line to win the race. Edzak second. That's a 1-2 for Ferrari, with Cool Beans in third and Alpha coming home in fourth.
Actually won that race.
As we have yellows, we have a spin. It's Jonathan at the back out for 5th. Mats comes 5th, Alpha 6th, Rick 7th. Yolmir will come home in 8th, so that's a 7-8 for Racing Point. Yuppe will come home in 8th, in fact. Paul Jones 8th. Paul Jones 8th, Yuppe 9th, Yolmir 10th. Avenger going to cross the line side by side with Alex. It's literally the closest gap I think ever, except Avenger had penalties, so Ivan comes 12th instead. Vifelt 14th and JJ Dog comes home in 15th. Actually, in fact, Kami comes home 14th with Vifelt 15th, JJ Dog 16th, Mr. Pep 17th in laps, and Jonathan, who is currently in a wall, in the Max Verstappen wall. No, he's not in the Max Verstappen wall, I thought he was at a different corner. Will come home 18th and last in this race. Oh, he actually finished 17th, I think. Yeah, 28 laps on Inters, that was insane. Driver of the day, Alex. Nope, that is not true. That is just not true.
Nah, if it's not Sal Ferrer, it's no one.
It is literally. Mate, the game gave Alex driver of the day. Sal Ferrer is the driver of the day. I think that's driver of the season.
So far, yeah, from me.
Yeah. Well, in F3 at least. I don't know about the other tiers enough, so. So Sal Ferrer there wins the race with nearly 3 seconds to his teammate Edzak. So Ferrari 1-2 here in F3. Cool Beans taking home 3rd position with Fryer in 4th. So he does close that gap at the top of the table, but Fryer will still lead the championship, I'm pretty sure. Mats in 5th with Alpha in 6th. 7th is Rick, Paul Jones 8th, 9th Yuppe, and 10th Yolmi picking up the last point. Alex 11th, 12th was Ivan, 13th Avenger, 14th Kami, 15th Vifelt, 16th JJ Dog, but he got the fastest lap, so he will get a point. Mr. Pep 17th and Jonathan 18th, who were both lapped, and TG and JG were the non-finishers in this race.
Sal Ferrer is the new Lewis Hamilton.
Who said that?
Someone has said in chat.
Oh, that's
I'm
Albie. Wait, but I'm not going to say it.
What?
It was because his name was kind of close to Albin. I was going to say, aren't you supposed to hate Hamilton? What? I've just got pinged by Fryer and I don't know why. Oh, is this McDonald's? Oh dear. He's got chicken nuggets, fries. He's got a chicken burger and a cheeseburger. And he's got 2 dips there, but neither of them look very tasty. He says it's cold.
The maximum distance the game will allow you to make the strategy.
Right. So that's still insane, but let's add some players. So Sal, Edzak, and Cool Beans. If I can find any of them on my friends list, that would be nice. Sal. Oh, and by the way, I was pronouncing the guy's name right yesterday. He did confirm. Suck on that. Can't find Edzak or Cool Beans. Wait, has Cool Beans even accepted my friend request? Oh yeah, there he is. Where's Edzak? I don't know. We're gonna have to make this quick though, because we have 3 minutes before the stream for F2 should start. I don't want to. There's Sal.
Come on! Forza Ferrari! Ah, what a one-two, guys! Hi there.
What
Thank
was
you
your
all.
tyre wear on?
It was about 82% on the left side of the car.
Jesus.
Hold on. If love is the answer, you're home. Come on!
Meanwhile, in Helper Zone, Watinho, Loki Cheeps, you logged in? Loki Cheeps, no.
What's that mean?
Hello,
Hello.
Corbins.
Now we wait for Edzak. That race to watch was for the first half, first 3 quarters, first full 90% was so boring. But at the end, especially when we realised it had stopped raining and Salfero was still out on those inters, that was when it got interesting.
Yeah, it's that crazy. I was struggling on that 18 or 17 it was.
Yeah, this man went 28 laps to not pit onto new inters and win the race. That's insane.
Hopefully Edzak joins us. I'll ping him quick. I can't ping him for some reason. There he is. Fryer says this man is more happy than me when I finally can eat my McDonald's. I'll wait for a response from Edzak or something, but if he hasn't responded in like 2 minutes, I'll just start the interview because we're technically already overlapping the F2 one because of that lobby restart. So okay, I think we'll just start with Cool Beans because he was P3 anyway, and if Edzak's not here by the time we finish that, we'll just move on to Sal. So Cool Beans, hello.
Where did Fry finish?
Fourth.
Fourth, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Cool Beans. It was a tough race in the wet, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
From
to be honest.
yeah, you looked like you didn't get the best start, and that allowed Edzak to get through. Just talk us through what you were thinking there at the start and what you probably could have done better.
Well, obviously off the start he got a better start, and then I wasn't trying to be honest, I was going to let him get ahead and hoping that towards the end I'll be able to come back. But yeah, he just sort of didn't, he just pulled away and I couldn't keep up. There you go.
Yeah. It was a nice. Just going quickly back to quali. A nice quali lap there for Pole. Just over 2/10 quicker than anyone else, I think, if I remember right. But maybe not the biggest fan of the wet.
No, I just don't seem to have the pace at all.
Yeah.
When it got to the dries, I thought about trying to go for a move on Edzak, but as I had the 3 seconds, I just thought, oh, I'll just stick behind him and just sort of cruise my way through. There's no point trying to have a collision or something like that to put, because I wouldn't have been able to break away. So there you go.
Yeah, well, you never know. It probably would have been worth it, especially with the more ERS. But I guess you just decided otherwise. But was it ever really a consideration for you to not pit for the second set of inters, or was it always planned?
I was sort of thinking that, but then I just thought there's no point. Like I'm not great, and I saw someone had a puncher as well.
Yeah, Ivan.
Yeah, and I was like, well, glad I did pit, but then obviously Salford absolutely smashed it. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fair
One of
enough.
those things.
You do actually, I think you slightly closed the gap at the top of the standings though by
Yep. He is
three.
now
By
6 points behind.
yep. So you close it by 3 points, so it's now 6 points. You looking to maybe get ahead in the next race?
Yeah,
Yeah.
always looking to get ahead. Work for
Yeah,
me.
a win would in fact put you
Yeah.
at the top of the championship, no matter what happens.
Yeah. So that's in Austria. So you're a fan of Austria?
Uh, yeah, I mean it's a short track, but yeah, it should be alright.
Cool. Any questions from you, Brad?
Not really.
Okay.
There's
Well,
not really much to ask about in that race.
yeah. Do you want to know the total number of overtakes we had that race, guys?
Come on.
4.
No, we had 6. We had 6 at the
Did
end.
we? Oh, we had okay.
Yeah.
We had 6 overtakes at the end of that race.
There was a grand total of 2 before it went to dries.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So yeah. But moving on to Salfera, our winner then. First of all, well done.
Thank you so much, guys.
Your first win in ERO, of course. Only 2 races after you got your first podium. So very quick stuff going on here. Where have you felt like you've gotten better over the last few races, or have the tracks just favoured you a bit more?
Well, I personally like Hungary too much for being this kind of track. Maybe it's just me that I can't drive on straight circuits like Singapore or Baku. I kinda don't like them actually, but now I feel very happy for this. For those last results, and I hope I can do better in the future, of course.
Yeah, of course. So just talking about that intermediate stint, was there ever a moment where you thought that you might have to pit, or were you confident you could do it?
No, never. I thought this strategy from the very beginning of the race to have just one stint with the intermediate tires and then going to the pits and have the soft tires for the last 5 or 6 laps.
Okay. Well,
Can I just say,
great
huge
stint.
congrats for being the only guy in almost all of the races so far that I have applauded on the strategy.
yeah.
Well, Unknown actually did the same thing in Suzuka.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I remember in Bahrain, you were the only one that did the soft-hard strategy, which was correct, and then can't remember what happened last race. I was kind of ill and hungover, but here you did the right strategy.
I ended the race with the hard tires while everyone was entering the pits for the soft tires.
I remember. I don't know how the hell you managed to do that. I remember watching that, and everyone was like, "Oh no, he's messed up," and then somehow you still get a podium.
That's because TG was my teammate for that race, and he was ahead of me, and he entered the pits before me, so I couldn't enter the pits and lose so much time. Yeah.
That makes sense. So yeah, just quickly moving on. Obviously, your closest rival in that race was your teammate Edzak. So, were you pushing towards the last couple of laps of your stint to try and make sure that he didn't get past you, or what was going on there?
Yes, of course. I tried to defend myself from him, but luckily I didn't have to because there wasn't time to actually. The track dried on the very same lap. I planned to enter the pits, and so that was the moment in which I realized I won the race.
Yeah, and obviously when you came out of the pits, he was like 6 seconds behind you, so it was going to be very difficult for him to catch. So it worked out very well for you in the end, getting in on that exact lap. So yeah, well done for that. Just looking at the standings, I think you're going to move up to fourth in the championship. Do you think you can go higher than that? Do you think you can keep on pushing higher?
Yes, of course. My favorite tracks are now to come in the European stage. I like Spa and Monza very much, so I can't wait to race on those historic tracks, of course.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. Thank you for coming and well done on your win. But that's going to be it for this stream today because we are 2 minutes before the race should start for F2. Thanks to that lobby restart. So thank you all for coming. Make sure to head over straight to F2. The stream is now on for F2, so make sure you head over there and make sure you check out the F1 race, which will be taking place tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time, of course, on Hungary again.
Spam bread to win in the comments, because obviously,
Or if you do that, then you'll get shouted at by Coutinho, because he doesn't like bread. Apparently.
Getting shouted at by a small Polish man.
But did you not see what he threatened me with?
No.
He was like, "I'll get that one guy from the Dream videos on you."
Oh yeah.
I was like, but and as always, make sure to check out F4 and 5 on Fridays. F5 being at 4 p.m. UK and F4 being at 6 p.m. UK. We actually commentated the F5 one this week, so give us a cheeky look at that one, and you should enjoy it. It was a pretty good race actually, if I remember. So
it was, but we should probably end the stream because F2 should.
But that is F2 is starting now.
Oh. Okay, so I need to go and join Unknown's Party.
Yeah, thank you all for coming once again, and have a good day. Goodbye.